Hey guys, and welcome back to Caelesti. I've been having a great time reading through all of your comments from the last few videos. There have been a good number of new suggestions and corrections, so much so that I wanted to dedicate a quick video to implementing the changes before the release of Update 46 next week. First off, some improvements to the dirt color map. There was a comment by Flobengorben. A good number of you suggested similar things, pointing me to the soil texture triangle, but this one comment breaks it down in great detail. In jungles, dirt is now even more vivid. I'm told that real-world tropical soils can be weathered and rusty. The swamp soil is darker still, which makes complete sense. Dirt on coastlines is now more yellow, which is actually a result of the turbulent waves removing iron from the clay, so I was totally wrong on that one. The dirt found at deep slate level is no longer dark, but simply less saturated, a result of there being less organic material down here to enrich the dirt. Thanks again to Flobengorben for those recommendations. Thank you very much. I've most definitely had this suggestion in the past, but what can I say? It's good timing. Block overlays are one of the few aspects of CTM that I've not had much practice with. 6 years ago, I discovered emissive for the first time and went a bit crazy with that. I made this magma overlay that was animated and emissive, but that's about it. Grass overlays are such a staple amongst advanced resource packs, and we should absolutely have them too. Sadly though, there doesn't appear to be any way to properly randomize the overlay texture. You can see here it's unfortunately quite repetitive. Targeting CTM tiles with further CTM methods isn't usually an issue. My ludicrous bricks know that all too well, but unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to work for the overlay method right now. I've raised an issue on the GitHub of continuity, so hopefully the model that can do us a solid and look into a fix or a workaround. For now though, grass overlays will have to wait. A number of you commented asking for more variety in the pebbles feature, and I absolutely agree. Right now, there are pebbles in every single dirt block when in the correct biome. Instead, I've changed it so that pebbles come in 2 variants with differing levels of pebbleness. And not every dirt block in these biomes will have pebbles now anyway, so you end up with this much more random and overall less intense effect. I've also made it so that pebbles spawn underground, increasing in quantity and size the deeper you get. I will be coming back to dirt in the future. We definitely need to take a look at farmland as well as coarse and rooted dirt. For now though, let's take another look at them lily pads. There's been a lot of really great feedback on the lily pads over the last few days, and I'm so glad that you guys appreciate the approach I've taken with them. There are a couple of things we can adjust though, making them all the more random. I'm not quite sure what you mean by peanut butter and jelly the long way. But yeah, we can absolutely have slightly off-colored lily pads every so often. Drumming Cat informed me that you can actually place lily pads on top of waterlogged stairs and slabs, and I don't know, I mean, does that look kind of neat? I'm not much of a builder, but this looks kind of fun to me. What do you guys think? Bug or feature? For now, I'm calling it a feature. Swedneck pointed out the complete lack of yellow water lilies. They look quite beautiful, so I'll definitely be adding those as an additional variant. I also got a number of comments suggesting alternate ways of tackling the mixels, as well as a few comments pointing out the sheer bulk, the sheer heft of these branching arms, especially given the size of some of the lily pads they attach to. I've recreated the root textures entirely, with the main goal being to make them a lot smaller. The wispy branches now look a lot more fitting when matched up with the surrounding lily pads. Many of you are correct in that water lilies do not grow from the surface of lily pads. This is just a really common trope amongst resource packs. I do have an idea brewing to change the root and branching lily pad system to be even more dynamic, so when I get around to fulfilling that idea, I'll fix the water lilies to bloom from a branching stem instead of growing directly atop the central lily pad. After we made that gigantic root model in the lily pad devlog, a few of you wanted to let me know about this setting in Blockbench, which straight up disables the size limit. It's not perfect, but it does allow puzzles' larger models to be viewed and edited within Blockbench. A huge thanks to each of you that recommended it. Lastly, I wanted to finish up the tinted glass. I haven't actually made a feature-length devlog about this one, but I did release a short about it just after the one featuring the backface glass. Judging by the view count, I imagine you probably have seen it. In that short, I proposed a unique idea for tinted glass in which the front and back face have different textures. The vast majority of people wanted me to go with the textured back face and the clear front face, but sadly we're going to end up doing neither, or we're going to end up doing both. Aegean Viper made a very good point here, explaining that with the crystalline texture exclusively on the back face, there would be a number of occasions where you simply wouldn't see it at all. With that in mind, I've designed new textures for both the front and back face of the glass, with different sized crystals and different levels of opacity. I've added an extra color for a slight sheen and made some improvements to how the texture tiles. Many of you were reasonably offended by my completely gratuitous copy and pasting efforts in the glass video, so I did actually use Winem this time. Using the CTM splitter command, I've separated the tile sheets into the exact files I need for the CTM. Holy shit, I shall be using this a lot more going forward. And there it is, my brand new tinted glass. One of the things that jumps out to me the most with these new textures is just how successfully they obscure everything behind them. I've done a little demonstration over here, but you can really get a feel for the difference between regular and tinted glass. This glass is half made out of crystals, so I feel like it's kind of realistic, or at least to be expected, that you would have this bad of a view through it. Given that I've now dedicated an entire video just to implementing feedback and suggestions, I'm almost definitely expecting more feedback and suggestions in the comments below. So if you do have any ideas for the things that I've been working on today, do let me know. And that will just about do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. A bit of a shorter video today, yes, but I just wanted to implement some of the suggestions and feedback that you guys have given me through the comments of the last few videos. A lot of new people have joined the channel over the last couple of weeks, so I did want to take this opportunity to break down how the release of a new Caelesti update usually goes. Quite a number of you have been going back and looking at some of the earliest update videos I ever released. I've actually made a new playlist for Caelesti which sorts every single Caelesti related video ever released into chronological order. So if that's something you're interested in doing, you can find the new playlist on my homepage. With that said, you'll probably have noticed that all of the previous updates have been labeled as version 0 something, so version 01, 014, 020, and that is not going to be the way that we're doing things going forward. The new plan for updates is to have them simply be numerical, so it will be update 46, update 47, and so on. At some point in the next couple of days, update 46 will be completely finished. I'll have a pack zipped and it will be uploaded to Modrinth, CurseForge, and Planet Minecraft, and as soon as the pack is approved, I'll let you guys know by pinging you in the Discord server. The full showcase video for update 46, where I talk through each of the changes in the project, as well as my decisions and thought processes behind them, that video will be available on Friday of next week. Finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about today, a couple of people were asking for Patreon in the last couple of videos. I've never before considered Patreon. I'm really not sure what kind of stuff I would post on a Patreon, but if people are asking for it, then I might as well at least put the question to you. I do actually now have a free Patreon already, which you can subscribe to. I'm not planning on posting there anytime soon. The one post that you'll be able to see is just simply a poll asking what kind of content you would want to see on the Patreon, or of course you're welcome to comment and suggest an idea if there's something else that comes to mind. That'll do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for some more Caelesti content. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.